The iPhone decade, Apple's transition from Steve Jobs to Tim Cook. 10 years ago, Apple's then CEO Steve Jobs unveiled the first iPhone to the world, changing the trajectory of the company for the next decade, and permanently changing the tech landscape. Now, Apple is sitting on hundreds of billions of dollars in the bank, thanks to that single, highly successful, and highly disruptive product. But how much of Apple's success with the iPhone was down to Jobs, and how much of the company's future hinges on current CEO Tim Cook? I've been watching Apple casually for several decades, and closely for over a decade, and one thing that has surprised me is the issue of how much bearing the CEO has on the overall success of the company. After Apple broke into the mainstream with the iPod, the overwhelming consensus, not only among fans but also pundits and analysts, was that Jobs was a driving force behind that success. But since Jobs' passing and the handing of the reins over to Cook, I've watched that message change and morph into one where the consensus is that the CEO doesn't matter, and the company will carry on doing great things no matter who is at the helm. Folks, you have to make your mind up. You can't have it both ways. Either CEOs play a pivotal part in the success of their companies or they don't. I've noticed from watching Apple diligently over the past decade, the iPhone decade, is that the transition from Jobs to Cook has changed how the company works at a fundamental level.